Two heads are better than one, improving number sense through assessment, collaboration, and discovery. I know many of us laughed when we read those two memes, but at the same time, many of us were thinking it's sad that we all know so many students and even adults that struggle with math. My students are not good at math. What do I do? How can I help them? I don't think a day goes by that I do not hear those two sentences uttered. Unfortunately, poor math skills have been around for a long time. In the 1980s, they did a study and were amazed to find out why people did not want A&W's newest burger, the Third Pounder. More than half of the participants in the study questioned the price of their burger. Why, they asked, should we pay the same amount for a third of a pound of meat as we do for a quarter pounder? They're overcharging us. The sad truth was that people thought a third a pound of meat was less than a quarter of a pound. After all, 3 is less than 4. Signs you are teaching math wrong and how to fix it. When you look at your class, do you see any of the following signs? Lack of initiative, lack of perseverance, lack of retention, aversion to word problems, eagerness for a formula. Unfortunately, many of us see those signs on a daily basis. Okay, I know most of you are sitting there thinking, number sense? Why is it that I never hear Tennille talk about anything else? That might be true, but today you are going to learn why number sense is so important. First, we have to look at what having a strong number sense looks like. When students have a good number sense, they are able to manipulate numbers to make calculations easier. They are also able to be flexible in their approaches to solving problems. They have a range of mathematical models at their disposal. They know when to use them and how to adapt them to meet different situations. We have all had those kids. We would love to be able to bottle up and replicate their mathematical ability. You know, that kid that knows the answer as soon as they look at the question, before most kids even had a chance to write down a single number. How do they do this? Their strong number sense helps students discover the answer before they even calculate it. Students with good number sense can assess how reasonable an answer is. They will estimate answers before calculating and know if an answer does not look right. They are constantly looking for connections and are readily able to spot patterns in numbers, which helps them predict future outcomes. They usually have several approaches and can adapt to new situations. Now that you know what good number sense looks like, we need to look at what poor number sense looks like. Unfortunately, we know all too well what this looks like. It's our new reality. The sad and ugly truth is that at one time we might have had 5 or so students in our class that fit this very description. Unfortunately, now we might have half the class. Some of you might be thinking that the majority of your students fit this category. Children with poor number sense tend to focus on the procedure and will rely on methods that are tried and true. They apply inefficient and immature models to calculations and fail to spot links and connections that could get them to the answer more quickly. Often, children with poor number sense prefer to use pen and paper rather than working things out in their head. They can be reluctant to estimate an answer before working it out and will generally accept whatever answer they get without considering whether it is reasonable or not. We need to change the way students view math, and we need to change the way we teach it. Children with poor number sense often do not enjoy math. They often won't spend time being creative with and exploring numbers. Ironically, they are doing a harder version of math that relies upon remembering and applying procedures with little understanding of the underlying numerical concepts. We need to fix this. Our school is both a French immersion and English school. It is the largest elementary school in our district. We have approximately 220 French immersion students and 260 English students. 30% of our students identify as First Nations. We have approximately 15 students that are ELL. We currently have 3 category students in French immersion, 1 category C and 2 category H's. We currently have 22 category students in the English side, 2 category C, 2 category D, 2 category F, 4 category G, and we have 6 category H students. Our PLC goals: increase student awareness of the importance of number sense and how they can develop a strong number sense in their students. Educate students on the SNAP assessment and how it can inform their instruction. Teach staff how to implement the SNAP number sense assessment to help overcome the rebellion within our building against the SNAP assessment. Help teachers use data to inform their instruction. Help teachers provide differentiated hands-on learning activities that increase number sense. Increase the collaboration within our building to help support struggling learners, both staff and students. Develop a strong mindset towards math in the building by helping teachers set up their classrooms to increase collaboration and engagement towards math. Increase the importance of math in the district primary program. Step 1. Teach people about the importance of improving students' number sense at École Frank Ross. When looking through our school fall data, you will find that only 7% of our students were even minimally meeting grade level in regards to number sense. Out of approximately 400 grade 1 to 7 French and English students that completed the number sense SNAP, only 28 students were meeting. Step 2. Professional learning communities. Please join our primary and intermediate math PLC. We are looking for 2 groups of 5 to 10 people to join our math PLC. In each group, we need an administrator, district teacher, or teacher leader, and classroom teachers. The PLC will run for the full school year with the option of a second year. All PLC members are required to participate as a learner and take part of all aspects of the process. Have a growth mindset. Participate in professional development days. Formally assess students once a month. Mark all assessments with at least one other teacher. Participate in bi-weekly meetings to learn and implement strategies to meet goals set by the group. Participate in lesson studies. Provide support to other group members. How to assess number sense. Okay, now this is going to be a shocker for you all. I believe the best way to assess number sense is by using our district SNAP assessment. SNAP stands for Student Numeracy Assessment and Practice. SNAP aligns with the new BC curriculum and supports all 3 types of assessment: for, of, and as learning. Practice. The idea of practice supports a spiraling approach to teaching and assessing numeracy skills. SNAP is a unique, student-friendly assessment and practice tool that enhances a balanced math program. SNAP should inform the rest of the learning process and drive the action needed to guide students to mathematical proficiency. When we assess students in reading, we give them two activities. One is to see how well they can read the words on the paper. Do they sound out the words correctly? Do they pause at appropriate moments? Are they fluent? Do they use appropriate expression? The second is a series of questions to see if they truly understand the text they are reading. Do they comprehend the context of the material read? All we have ever done in math is to see if they can calculate, which is equivalent to the first assessment in reading. We have never truly assessed their understanding of what it is they are learning. Step 4, analyze the data. Create a data overview. This is the assessment stage where we will assess students and gather as much data as we can from as many areas as possible. We will start with the overall SNAP assessment and then bring in other assessments to get more specific information that will help us pinpoint a specific problem. Next, dig into student data. Now we will start narrowing down our research and start to pinpoint exactly where students need additional support, instruction, and guidance to help extend their learning. Next, explain instruction. We will look at different teaching methods and see which are working and which are not best supporting our students. Step 5. We now need to decide on what question we are committing to solve or what goal we are trying to meet. We will look at the evidence that emerged in the initial scan. We will select one or two areas on which to focus on. In this stage, we are developing and implementing a plan to meet our goal. We are figuring out what the right steps to meet our goal would be. This is where our workshop number 3 would come in. This workshop would be developed by the data and address all the current needs of our students. Step number 6. We will implement the chosen strategies and will clarify a time frame for our goal. This is the act and assess stage when we actually get to put our plan into action and assess it along the way, adapting our teaching and instructional methods to best meet our goals. Step number 7. Design a data collection instrument that will be used each month to collect and record data. From here, together, we will examine our goal and adjust where needed and make the next plan to continue on with the process of improving learning and instruction. Step number 8, we will do our school-wide SNAP assessment. From here, we will assess our goal and see if we need to make any changes. Steps 9 through 11 is when our data spiral begins. We will spend a lot of time collecting data, reporting on it, and refining our goal. The last steps is when we will do our district-wide math number sense SNAP assessment, and we will use the data to refine our school goals. This is perhaps the most exciting stage because it is now when we will get to see our progress. This is perhaps the most exciting part of the whole initiative because it is where we get to see how much progress we've made over the year. With any initiative or PLC, it is important to have that key person that gets the ball rolling and keeps it going at all times. You need someone that has the leadership qualities such as trust, respect, knowledge of the subject, a growth mindset, and the goal of being a lifelong learner. I know that I am the right person for the job, and like everything I attempt, I will make sure that the PLC is a success. I hope you learned something from this presentation, and I hope you consider joining our PLC. Thank you.